Casino workers, what's the wildest thing you've ever seen happen on the floor that left you completely speechless? I was 6 weeks into my first job dealing roulette at the Paradise Palace Casino when this whole thing went down. It was a Thursday night, pretty slow, just the usual regulars playing their lucky numbers and complaining about their ex-wives. Then this guy comes bursting through the front doors like he's running from something. Dude looked like he'd been through a blender. His black suit was torn at the shoulder, one shoe missing completely, shirt hanging open showing these nasty purple bruises across his chest. But the weird part? He's clutching this brown leather folder against his body like it contains the meaning of life. Security was already moving toward him when he starts screaming, "I'm cashing in! I'm cashing it in! Don't touch me!" His voice was cracking, spit flying everywhere. The whole casino went quiet. Even the slot machines seemed to stop dinging for a second. He stumbles over to my table and slams this folder down so hard it made the chips jump. My supervisor Rick comes over real quick thinking this guy's having some kind of breakdown. But when Rick opens that folder, his face goes white as paper. Inside were 3 house deeds. Not copies, the actual notarized documents. One was for some place in Arizona, another for a house in Nevada, and the third one made Rick's hands shake. Beachfront property in California worth over $2 million. All 3 deeds had this guy's ex-wife's name on them. But there was also this legal paper from some law firm saying he had power of attorney until the final divorce settlement next month. Rick calls over the pit boss, who calls over the floor manager, who calls over someone from legal. They're all huddled around this folder like it's radioactive. The guy just stands there, breathing heavy, staring at the roulette wheel like it holds his future. Took them 2 hours to verify everything. They called the law firm, checked the signatures, ran the property values. The whole time, this guy doesn't move. Just stands there in his ripped suit with one bare foot, occasionally muttering something under his breath. Finally, legal gives the okay. The properties can be used as collateral, converted into casino credit. We're talking about $3.7 million total. Enough money to buy a small apartment building. Everyone figured he'd be smart about it. Maybe put some on red, some on black, spread it around. Play it safe, you know. At least give himself a fighting chance. But this maniac walks up to my table and says, "All of it, put all of it on red." I look at Rick. Rick looks at the pit boss. The pit boss looks at legal. Nobody knows what to do. We've never had someone bet this much on a single spin. Hell, most people don't make this much money in their entire lives. Word spreads fast in a casino. Within 10 minutes, we've got a crowd 3 people deep around my table. Phones are out, people are recording, someone's calling their friends. The energy in the room is electric and terrifying at the same time. The guy's hands are shaking so bad he can barely stack the chips. $3.7 million worth of chips covering the entire red section. He steps back, closes his eyes, and starts whispering, "Please be red, please be red, please be red." I spin the wheel. The little white ball bounces around like it's taunting us. Tick, tick, tick. Everyone's holding their breath. I can hear my own heartbeat in my ears. The ball slows down, bouncing between red and black numbers like it can't make up its mind. It lands on black 17. The silence was deafening. This guy just lost almost $4 million in 30 seconds. He drops to his knees right there on the casino floor. For maybe 10 seconds, he doesn't move at all, like someone hit his off switch. Then he gets up, brushes off his torn pants, straightens what's left of his collar, and walks toward the exit like he just bought a pack of gum. Doesn't say a word to anyone. Just leaves his chips on the table and disappears into the night. A week later, this woman shows up asking questions. Turns out she's his ex-wife. They'd gone through this brutal divorce that lasted 2 years. She was supposed to get all 3 houses as part of the settlement, but he'd kept legal authority over the paperwork until the final transfer date. So homeboy showed up exactly 1 week before that deadline, converted everything she won in the divorce into casino chips, and lost it all on purpose, just to spite her. $4 million gone, because he couldn't stand the thought of her getting what she deserved. She just laughed when we told her what happened, said she wasn't even surprised. Apparently, he'd rather destroy everything than let her have it. She walked out of that casino smiling, saying something about finally being free of him.